Hello everybody, welcome to my show. This is FPL Connect, the show for the masses of the FPL community, whereby we just come, we join together, and then we compete at the highest level of fantasy football. Yeah, that's how we do. We compete at the highest level of fantasy football game and actually score points. And who knows, if you go further, you know what you can win on Fantasy Premier League. Because fantasy FPL side shows you things that you can win if you can actually be the manager of the month, the manager of the week, or whatever that we want to be. But at the end of the day, we are here and we are here to enjoy the game. We are here to win some prizes. We are here to score some points. We are here to bet our competitors. So guys, yes, this is FPL Connect. So this is my game week 7 and I'll be doing my team selection. So yes, let's try and see whom I'll be captaining this week. Will it be Haaland? Or is there someone I have in mind? Well, if you know me now, then you should know that I always try to find a captain other than Haaland, especially when Haaland is not playing at home. Smart. Yeah, so we will be going through that. We will also be going through my substitutions. So I have 2 substitutions at hand. So not a lot of people have 2 substitutions at this time of the during these times, you know. So for me to still have 2, it can also be a very good advantage. But I can just take one and leave one, you know. So let's just go straight into my team, guys, and we see how my team is looking up and also how we can change it, or how I'm planning to change my team so that it can compete better with other teams. Yeah, let's go. So guys, yes, this is FPL Connect. We've been saying it is game week 7. It is my team selection. So I will also be visiting the FPL Connect League just to see how we have been doing on that other side. If you haven't joined yet, that is the league code. Just type in those numbers and join in, and then we start competing together at the highest level of fantasy football Premier League. You know what I'm saying, man. Even if it didn't come out right, but you know what I'm saying. This is FPL Connect, brothers. So I'll also be visiting my team to see how I'm going to do my team selection, my captaincies, and everything as I have discussed previously. So yes, guys, without wasting any further time, let's get on to my team, and then we see how we have performed, and we also see the FPL team as well. Guys, this is my team and it is just shaping up, as you can see over there. So we still have John Stone in goal against Man United, however, but I should just emphasize that this is the current team that I can put up, you know, the current squad that I have that I can put up against them, that I can put up in game week 7. So I still have 2 transfers that I haven't made yet, and I'll consider making them throughout this video. So currently, if I am to put up a team, I can put up this team with John Stone in goal, but where I think I can just change him and put Tanner in because he's against Brentford. But John Stone can also still do good against Man United. Yesterday they played very poorly against Man United in the EFL Cup. But I do believe when they are a squad with the first starting 11 players in, they can really cause problems for United. But I'm not going to count on it because they are also away to Man United. So I will prefer to have Matt Turner in goal against Brentford, and Matt Turner is at home, so he should get more points than if he was away. So yes, the back line is still a Estupiñán, Ream and Trippier, and I can't really change much about the back line because I have Chilwell. I started Chilwell last week and he did not perform. You all know how that went, and he got 0 points, so I'm not impressed with him. In the midfield, I have 5 midfield men. So yes, we have Saka, Mbeumo, Mitoma, Madison, and Foden. And all my players in the midfield perform, guys, except for Mbeumo. And Mbeumo I just bought last week for that particular game week, and he just gave me 1 point. So if there's someone that I don't want in my squad, as I've been saying in the last video, I don't want Mbeumo, and before that video I said I don't want Fernandez, and Fernandez bought in a 10-pointer. So now I want to sell Mbeumo. What if he also brings in a 10-pointer? But then I know that I do not see him in my team at all. Like, I just don't see him, guys. I'm not so sure about him. So I just want to have players that I'm sure that they can bring a certain effect to the game. So we have Jackson in front and Haaland. We know that Jackson is not going to play in the next game because he has been suspended due to accumulating a number of yellow cards. So I'm obviously going to have to look for a striker, or just bench him and put Chilwell in, or put someone in and bench Jackson and then put Haaland as a lone striker. Of course, my captaincy picks might also change, but we will see that along the way, and also on how I'm going to make my substitutions. So before going any further, guys, let's try to revisit. Let's try to revisit the FPL Connect League and also see how many points I accumulated in the last game week. Yes, guys, so this is my team. As you know, my team's name is Your Worst Nightmare. You know, just imagine you seeing it on top of you and you're like, damn, I have to. Like, this guy is giving me sleepless nights. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came up with this name, you know, Your Worst Nightmare. So the average points for this game week was 68. And I managed to get 93, guys. I've never been this high since the league started. So yes, I was happy with what I have. As you can see, John Stone gave me an 8 point, of which I think he deserved 10 because this guy did a lot of saves than Leno, but then they gave him 8 points, no problem. As Chipman came with that brilliant assist to get 6 points. Chilwell, you know the story. This guy, I should have got Dream. So Trippier got 18. He was the best player of the week. And Madison got me 9 points. Saka got me 13 points. And now they are on 75% chances of playing because they each have a knock. But I think they will start the games in the weekend. We have Mitoma, who also gave me good points. Mbeumo, I just bought Mbeumo for that game week and he gave me 1 point, so I'm selling him. Foden, 11 points, I was happy with that. Haaland, 12 points. I still thought of trying to get someone like Mitoma for the captaincy, but then I was afraid that he might be benched because he was the only one now who has not been benched since the league started for Brighton. So I did well by not choosing him in that sense, but then he came off the bench and then he got 2 goals. So yeah, that's how he got 14 points. But then no problem, I have Haaland. He got 6 points and double that is 12 points, so that's not bad. So yes, guys, this is how my team performed. And now on the bench I had 10, I got 1, no problem. Rim got 5. I should have placed Rim in there for Chilwell because Chilwell is really not giving me anything, guys. He's really not giving me anything. So now it's time to visit the FPL League. As you can see, even though I got 93 points, guys, here on the FPL Connect League, I'm still number 2. It just shows you how difficult it is in this league, how serious people are in this league, guys. So if you haven't joined in, that is the code. Join in and then let's go and compete together more. So getting in the league, so I'm the only one who managed to go above 70, so that is good news for me. And yeah, that's a clap hands for me this time. So we have a new player here, Juggernaut FC. Yeah, Juggernaut FC. So he's also coming in a very good point because he's on a 70 point mark, which is still above average, because as you can remember, last week I was below average. So all these people here are above average, which is quite good. He has a 70 goal mark and a 70 point tweet mark. So he has 328 and the highest in the group has 378. So it is a very tight group because from 328 to 378 it's only 50 points, and 50 points can really be covered in two game weeks. You know, this is FPL. So if you are watching my guy on number 4 there, You are still in the game. You are still in the game. As well as the guy number 3, as well as I am still in the game. Even the guy who's the top, Flexico, he's still in the game as well. So since I'm the one who got 93 points, we have analyzed my team and we have seen how I got the 93 points, because yeah, almost everyone delivered except these three players. But no problem, let's just go back and see how other teams have delivered. So Flexico got most points apart from me, of course. He got 76. Oh, and he's on a wild card, so maybe that was clever of him to get a wild card, because it will help him going forward. So Leno got 10 points, as we know that he was in that game against Crystal Palace. Bodman got 12, Stupinian got 6, Gusto got -2 because he got a red card. He considered, yeah, it's all that. And then Gusto just considered. I think Chelsea considered after Gusto was sent off. Yeah, I think so. Let's just check how he got that. So he played 57 minutes. He just got 1 point. He got a red card. So a red card is also 1 point, but it's -3 points for a red card. So that's how he got -2, because he got 1 point for playing 57 minutes and then -3 for the red card. So they considered after he was sent off. Yeah. So this is how he performed. He has Mbeumo, he has Saka, Salah, Fernandes, Diaby, Haaland and Alvarez. And his bench looks good as well, because these guys are all starters in their squad. So yeah, he really has a good bench. And he has a very good starting 11. So I haven't gone as far as to try to see the games from game week 7, maybe up to game week 10, and see how they are and if he can be able to sub the players correctly for each fixture, or even to bring others and take others out for one fixture or more. I'm not sure on that one, but I think he did check that one out. That's why he decided to go for the wild card. So yeah, for me, I'm still not on a wild card, and I'll just advise anyone not to go on a wild card yet, unless if you see that your team is really struggling, then it's better to go on a wild card and fix it while going forward, rather than just waiting and still suffering. So we have Brun Beren here. He is number 3. Yeah, where is this flag from? Is this Holland? Yeah, I think this is Holland. Yeah, I think this is Netherlands, because even his name, it has that thing of that thing of Dutch-like, yeah, the Dutch-like name, like Luke de Jong, like those people. So I think this is from the Dutch. So his squad, he is not on a wild card, he is not on a bench boost. So his squad is just his squad like that. So here's Aviel and goal, who gave him 2 points. Portman gave him 12 points. Chilwell and Udogi really gave him nothing, because Udogi considered 2 goals, so just get nothing in that sense. Pino got 1 point. Fernandes got 10 points, which was very good. Saka got 13. Neto got 9. So I think this is his differential, and it is good in your team, guys, if you have a certain differential, because you know that this person, if he gets points, then I have a chance of being above my peers. Because like when you set your team, try to set it in a way that at least half of your players are the popular players, so that if they are on the rise, you are also on the rise. But then have that one player who is like who is very good, but he's just not in everyone's squad, so that as soon as he gets points, you can have the leverage over others. So that's what we call a differential. So I think that is his differential, and maybe Pinnock would be one if he was doing good, but he is not at the moment. So yes, Jackson as well can be a differential, but most of us have him. By saying most, I don't really mean over 50%, but if over 20% has a certain player, then I feel like we all have him, you know what I'm saying? So yes, that is Jackson over there. So this is how he performed, guys. I don't really want to go much into people's squads because I may think wrong for their squad while trying to think, you know, the right way. But yeah, this is how he is doing. Yes, and he still has Fernandez. As you have seen that I've been trying to say, guys, just get rid of Fernandez. But he still has Fernandez, which is good for him. And we have seen that Amrabat is back, so I'm still having that thought that maybe Fernandez will be pushed more forward as a number 10 this time. And in that case, then we can have a different topic. So, Hoskins, with Jackson, he has to sell Jackson or put him on the bench and get Archer in or just get someone else in. I don't know how he will do that, but he knows. So let's look at the other player of the team. So guys, of course, as the league gets more and more, like the players get more and more into the league, I can't be able to like view everyone else's, you know, like teams, but yes, we can just try. So we have the new intro here. It is Juggernaut FC. He's Nigerian. So he got 70 points, which is good. He has Pope in goal. He has Cash. He has Robertson. He has Chipping, and this is a very good defense, and it's more of a differential defense because not most people have Robertson. While Cash, some people have, and he's on a very good run, Cash, because he's just getting those points quietly though. So he has Saka, Rashford, Mitoma, James Ward-Prowse. Alright, I like the idea of James Ward-Prowse, and I'm really thinking of going for him in my team as well. So yes, I'm really thinking of taking him as my differential because it's either I take him or Bowen. But then also I'm thinking I can take someone from Newcastle, which is Gordon. I think if I take Gordon, he can also add a very good value to my team. And I'm also thinking of going for Rashford. So those are the players that I'm really thinking of. So I like his team really. I like his team. I like how he has that differential in it. And the same as the other guy from Holland, how he has Neto as his differential. You know, this type of players that we put there are really helpful, guys. They are really helpful. So in the front line, he has Isak, who got 5 points. He has Haaland, and he has Awoniyi. Okay, so I feel like he has a very strong team, but these players cannot all perform at the same game week. So if he can find a way of trying to like rotate them, then that would also help him. I'm just not a fan of having good players on the bench, you know, like having Gusto, Madison, you know, I'm just not a fan of having those players. If I have players on the bench, they are players that I'm not even going to think of using. That's how I would like to think for my FPS. So that the best players that I have should be the players on the pitch. If I want to change a player, I'm actually changing a player on the pitch, not the player on the bench. And I feel like it's giving you too much stress that you don't need, but also it can give you a flexible squad so that if something happens, for instance, to Saka, he can just go for Madison or Gusto. If something happens to Mitoma, he can, you know, try to sort them. But I'm really not a fan of that. I think it takes too much of my money. I think it just takes too much of my money now to have starting players even on the bench. Although I know that in other teams, these players are starting. You know, for instance, I have Madison, and he started in my league, and he got 9 points. You know, so now he is on the bench with 9 points because you had the headache of either saying I go for Awoniyi or I go for Mitoma or Ward-Prowse. But then if you did not have that headache, then it's simple. Just go for the player that you have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you understand what I'm saying, guys. But then we are built different. Like we all do these things differently. So that is all on the FPL League Connect, guys. So as you can see, We have 4 players right now, and we shall see how we all do in game week 7. So I'm just going to show you my team now. Yes, I'm now going to go to my team, guys, and then show you how I'm going to plan to do my transfers, yeah? And then yes, we will see on the other side, guys. Let's go to the other side. So these are my transfers now. So it is quite simple. As I've said, that Jackson is not on the good run. Well, I forgot to change the logo here, but we know that he's a Chelsea player, and I've got to change this logo over here. And this one is for Luton. So Jackson is on. He's on suspension, guys. So I can't really play him. We can't really use him. So just an easy swap for me, really. So I'm changing Jackson, and then I'm bringing in Morris for game week 7, and Morris is on 2 game weeks, guys. I mean, he's on a double game week, so I think he will get me points. Just a matter of how many points he can get, because he is not on a stronger team like the likes of the top 4, maybe, you know, like the likes of Tottenham, the likes of Man City, the likes of Arsenal. But we should really give him a chance, because I've been showing in the last video of that in each goal that they have scored as Luton, he has contributed. Either he has assisted or he has scored. So give them 2 games and they will not score in both games. No, I think they will score in 1 or 2 of those games. Although they lost yesterday, I didn't watch to see whether he was in the game or not, but I hope he was not, so that he's fit for the game on the weekend. So yes, guys, this is the first substitution that I am making. I'm not sure if I will do the second substitution, but I am thinking that I will do the second substitution, but not today. I'll just wait to see if James Ward-Prowse will play for West Ham in the FL Cup, in the EFL Cup, and if he will still be available for the next game week, and also to see if Bowen will also be available, and also the likes of Gordon. Because now I'm thinking it's either I go for a Man U player, or I go for a Newcastle United player, or a West Ham player. So I'll really think of that one, guys. For now, these are the changes, and let's see how my team shapes up and who my captain will be now. As we are completing the show, so this is how my team is lining up. As you can see, now I have 10 in goal against Brentford at home. I have Ream against Chelsea at home. I have Trippier against Burnley at home. And then I have Estupiñán against Aston Villa away. And Maddison against Liverpool at home. Bilmore against Nottingham Forest away. And Bilmore is still the one player that I'm trying to sell, guys. I want to get rid of Bilmore. So you have Saka against Bournemouth. Mitoma against Aston Villa away. Foden against Wolves away, Morris against Everton and Burnley, and then Haaland against Wolves away. So yeah, this is how my squad is lining up. And yes, I'm picking Morris as my captain. For vice captain, I think I should go for Trippier than Haaland, but for now I'm still thinking I should put it on Haaland. I think Haaland will get points, but as you have seen that recently he is not well, not recently. Actually, I'm just cancelling whatever I was going to say for now. But yes, I'm picking my captain as Morris, because I think in these 2 game weeks he can really give me more than just 4 points. I want him to give me the double digits, and then I'll be okay with him. So yeah, I'm really counting on him. And if he has a chance of getting bonus points on both games, then that is actually a good thing that I can have in my team. So yes, guys, I'm having Morris as my captain. Yes, with Haaland so far as the vice captain. And yes, guys, that is it for now. That is really it for now. Now I'm just going to think if I need to use my other substitution, because I have 2 substitutions. I've used one in Morris for Jackson. So I'll just decide which player to go for next. But I want Bilmo out. So if the time goes and I'm getting more and more convinced that Saka will not play or Maddison, then I will use the substitution for one of them instead of Mbumo. So in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching the video, and yes, you just see me up in the more coming days. I think I'll make one more video on how I have decided, and also we still have to make that video about the fixtures of the game weeks and who to go for, especially if you want to be on a free hit. So be on the lookout for that one. Adios for now, guys. Cheers.
Who the fuck are you?